I wanted to check my audio real quick. Hopefully, my audio is fine. We are live on YouTube now. Let me see if I can actually verify if my audio is good. Usually, I check this, so technically, I do have audio, and I'm pretty sure it is coming from the mic that is on my chest. So, yeah, we hold on. Let me see. So yeah, we are good now, and we are getting ready to get into a workout. So this is a workout that we are getting ready to do is actually a shoulder workout, which technically I probably need to pull this down a little bit. Maybe slide this over some. That should be good. That should be good. What is going on, everybody? Marcel Moore, thanks for hopping on. We're getting ready to get into a shoulder workout. I know I took a lot of time just setting everything up, but you didn't see the setup before the setup. Um, actually, I just thought about something. I just saw a video, or actually, I guess it was a TikTok post, and this was the craziest post ever. And it was just pictures. And somebody was like, "Man, this is the best TikTok post there is." But it was a guy, and you got to get the progression. I actually need to take a screenshot of this. This was hilarious. This was a probably it wasn't just the fact that it was funny. It was just the thought process that went into this, creating. So it was actually a post, and it was a black guy with a white girl. He said, "This is my girlfriend." That was the first picture on the post. Then it transferred and said, "Well, the black guy is still there." And then he said, "I really don't have a girlfriend." It says I'm single. Then it transfers and it says, "Well, I'm a black guy, but I really don't have dreads." Then the picture transfers and it was like, "I'm just fucking kidding," because it was a white guy. So it was a white guy the whole time. And what he did was he used the same image in each shot where he was on the lake and all this stuff. And then, I mean, the name of the account, you can go follow him. It's FKN Ryan. So actually, that post is on his TikTok page, and that was a pretty funny post. That was hilarious to me. But we were getting ready to get into a workout. And then what made me think of that was actually I read some of the comments. I forgot where I was going with the story. And what made me I read some of the comments, and one of the comments actually said, I don't know if you all have seen Tropic Thunder or not, but Robert Downey Jr. is actually playing a guy in there, and he actually makes the famous quote. It says, "I am playing the dude who is playing the dude or appearing as a dude," or something crazy like that. He was like pretty much, he was playing a particular part as a dude that was technically pretending to be another dude, which was obviously it was a black guy. So if you've seen Tropic Thunder, then obviously you know the reference to that. But I said all that to say this: I need to go get my weights and the weights that I'm going to use for my workout. And one big thing that I said, obviously I said this before, you all have seen this workout multiple times. Actually, I just looked at the workout, and I've done this workout like 43 times. Um, I've used the app, so this will be my 44th time of me doing this workout. I really like the fact of, it helps me do my, move my shoulders, gives me a lot more, shoulder mobility, and gives me power behind my punches. So that's one reason why I do love doing this workout. And also, I just like staying active. I really like to be active, especially being over 40. That is the biggest thing, being active and consistent. And as I've said multiple times, when I was going to the gym, I was inconsistent because I had to wake up, put clothes on, go to the gym. I mean, technically, obviously, yeah, I have to put clothes on now to go live. But to be honest, if I wasn't live, I'd probably just be, in my underwears, and I'd be doing this workout in my underwears, and that's pretty much all I would need. So that was one biggest thing for me, is just working out at home. Was the fact is, for me, I was more consistent. And then I also found something that I enjoyed doing. Thank you all for hopping on, Bonnie Walker, Melvin Bondi, and we have zero people on TikTok. On YouTube. Also streaming live on YouTube. But if you all want to transfer over to YouTube, I'm actually trying to regrow my YouTube account. I'm kind of rebranding my YouTube. So if you want to transfer and check me out on YouTube, go ahead. I am Mike Cee. I think you can just be able to type me in Mike Cee. I should come up, and you can find me there and subscribe on my YouTube channel. But yeah, so actually on this channel, we talk about being over 40. So if you are over 40 and just living life being over 40, obviously, I've never been 40 before. So, and then if I have, because some people believe in reincarnation and all this stuff, if I have been 40, then I really don't remember it. So all this stuff is, new to me. So I just share my stories, my experiences, and I just give you, some fresh ideas, which obviously Fresh just jumped on. Thanks for using your name as just giving me references and fill in the blank points. But let me just go ahead and grab my weights and we'll get ready to get into it because I know I can be kind of long-winded or whatever and talk. But like I said, this workout I've done, this is my 44th time in doing this workout. And I really enjoy doing this workout. Let me actually say some hellos in here. Say hey, and that way TikTok knows that I am interacting. Not to say that that's the only reason why I'm doing this is so I can make sure TikTok. But I also like people to be engaged. I like the people to feel acknowledged. When you go on somebody's live, if they really don't say anything, they're just kind of just talking and rambling on, and they don't say, Robert Green, thanks for joining the live, which I think I've seen your name before. And then me saying these names actually helps my memory to remember people who have been on here before. So Robert, I think I have seen you on here before. I appreciate you coming back. Not sure how long you are going to stay, but I hope everybody is having a great day. Davidia, I hope I said that right. Taz, Braylon, thanks for hopping on. Michael Mullen. Now, obviously, when I get into the workout, I'm not really paying that much attention to the screen and the names that are coming on there. So if I do not acknowledge you personally, just know that you still are welcome, and I really do appreciate you hopping on. And then for you all who are watching on YouTube, thanks for hopping in, whether you're going to catch the replay or whether you're on live right now, which nobody's really on live, at least per my analytics, nobody's on live. Sometimes I know YouTube has issues with live analytics, but right now it's got 0 likes and 0 people on the screen. But regardless of wherever you're watching this at, wherever you're watching it from, replay, live, whatever, you are welcome into the live. You're welcome to participate anytime. And then for you all who are on TikTok, I would say I do not stream this it's not constantly up on my TikTok channel. So if you do want to come and participate in these workouts, then obviously you can go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, or either just watch them on YouTube, because I am an over 40 guy. I like doing workouts that people who are my age are doing. Obviously, some of the workouts maybe I can do that, some people who are 25 years old, I might be able to hop in and do some of those, but I don't want to do those all the time because it's going to be kind of rough on my body. My body is a little different, from a 20, 25-year-old, not actually some 30-year-olds. They, I was going to say it's kind of different, but actually, I think in certain situations, some people who are older are actually in better shape than people who are younger. But the situation is, I'm not going out to go hard every day. I train different than what's going on. Whoever gave me the lights, Tommy Montgomery. I train different now in my older age than I did when I was younger. When I was younger, like I said, I didn't even think about mobility, flexibility, none of that stuff. I just hopped on and I did what I needed to do. I just pretty much just went to the bench at the gym and just started pushing. I had a guy who I was working out with, which was I was probably in my 40s, in my early 40s, and he said, man, he's like, there's no need to stretch out. He said, you don't need to stretch. He said, you stretch on the weights. He said, get on the weights, and that's how you stretch. And I was like, I don't know if this is right, but I kind of just followed along. Good thing I didn't continue that habit because I think, flexibility and mobility is a good thing. And obviously in your older age, when we were younger, they had commercials and stuff of people talking about, I've fallen and I can't get up. I don't want to be one of those people. So that is why I work on my flexibility and mobility. But the biggest thing is just being consistent. At least for me, it is being consistent. Actually, that's pretty much a given thing. You need to be consistent in everything you do. You're consistent in going to work every day because you pay your bills. Be inconsistent in going to your job and see how that happens. So we understand and we know, and it's pretty much, I guess, a universal law that you do need to be consistent. Because if you're consistently late to work, what's going to happen? You're going to pretty much lose your job. If you're consistently late or consistently not eating healthy, that's going to show up, and you're pretty much going to, it's going to pay off in the negative. But if you are obviously consistent and, paying your bills on time, if you're consistent and analyzing, balancing your checkbook, if you're consistent in doing particular things, then obviously, those things are going to pay off as well. So one thing that I try to be consistent at, and even in me being consistent, actually, I used to be a lot bigger. I was looking at some pictures, probably me maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and I can actually tell in the pictures, not like I was really, a large guy or anything, but I had a lot more weight on me. And as I said, I wasn't as flexible. Obviously, I'm not the most flexible person there is, but I was I'm more flexible now than I used to be, but that's because I was consistently stretching. So consistency is a big thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this workout. Let's be consistent because I'm consistently talking now. But let me go ahead and actually consistently put in some work. Mufasa Jefferson, thanks for hopping on. So let me grab my weight. And as I said before, I don't necessarily use heavy weights. That was another thing that I did when I was younger. I remember, not to say that I'm, trying to brag or anything, because obviously the weight that I lifted when I was younger, when I was in high school, really wasn't necessarily a lot or heavy weight. But I was actually, I guess, I lifted the most on my basketball team, but it was only like, I think my max on the bench was 215 pounds, which I probably weighed maybe about 180. So it was more than what my body weight was. So I was happy with it. And I mean, it is what it is, but I don't really lift heavy anymore. I just pretty much lift, as I said, for mobility, flexibility, and consistency, and just being able to, if I do fall on my knees, then I can actually get up. Some people can't even do that in their older age. They say that, is a sign of, I guess, your health or whatever, if you can get up without using your arms or your legs. I would say I want to be. I mean, my daughter can pretty much go all the way down and actually like sit down, and then she can do the pistol squats and all that stuff. I want to get to that point, but as long as I can get up off of the ground, then that is, a plus, because when you do fall down on your older age or in your older age, then you want to be able to get up, or else you'll be pressing one of those buttons and hoping that somebody will come and save you and be able to get into your house and all that stuff. But if you are flexible and mobile and you can get up on your own, then you don't even have to worry about any of that. But let me go ahead and grab my weights. So I'm using 2-pound weights, and then I'm also going to maybe use my 15s. I might try to use the 15s today. Usually I use 10s. That might be too heavy. My shoulders feel pretty good. I think I'm gonna try them with 15s today. We'll see how this works. And let me just get the 10 just in case. That way I don't have to come over here and move. That way I don't have to grab any extra weights, which I probably need to, well, I guess I don't want them to be in the way. So actually today, as I said, we're doing a shoulder workout, but then we're going to start out with a warm-up. I always try to do a warm-up because, in your older age, you really just don't want to hop on stuff. Remember what I was saying? I used to just hop on the, not do any stretches, nothing, just go to the bar and just start lifting. But I don't usually do that anymore. Saturday morning, remember we used to watch Saturday morning cartoons, which obviously, well, it's still morning. Obviously, and but now we watch TikTok and YouTube and whatever else. There's really, at least for me, there's really no consistent thing that we watch. Amazing how the world has changed. So this, and then I want to get a heavier weight too for my curls. So all you men out there, what is this? One of my stickers fell off. I said this in a live before, But these blue weights on here, I don't know if you all remember Hulk Hogan or not. Obviously, we remember the Hulk, but I don't know if you all remember Hulk Hogan. And thinking of the Hulk, I just thought about something. They didn't have that MCU thing, as far as the movies and all that stuff, did they, back in our day? It was just Hulk Hogan, where that guy, pretty much just busted. What was his name? What was the guy's name who played the Hulk? It was on TV. Actually, obviously not the best graphics or the best picture there was. I got a lot of weights out today, but yeah, where he actually was walking down the road. I just remember the intro to that show. It was a show that used to come on. I can't remember the guy's name, but anyway, that was before all the MCU stuff. That was the real, the Hulk or whatever. And then he would turn green and all that stuff and blow up. If anybody knows the name, go ahead and put it in the chat. But let me just go ahead and start this workout, get the dynamic warm up going. Then we'll get into the shoulder workout. Then we're going to do our abs, and then we are actually going to stretch. So let's get into this. And for you all, that I've said this probably on my last 3 or 4 TikTok lives, but I know some of you all might have joined me in the past on my TikTok live. But now, since I'm streaming on YouTube, YouTube is very restricted, and you cannot use you cannot stream any music. And the program that I'm using, I don't want to put the audio on there. I'm not necessarily streaming the audio in itself, but I mean the video itself. I'm not streaming the video to any platforms, but I used to actually play the audio, but I cannot do any of that on YouTube because YouTube is highly restricted. They will take down your video, and then I think they'll possibly give you a strike if you use music or anything that you do not own and you post it on there. TikTok is very lenient. As you can see, you can just pretty much go on people's lives, and you can scroll and watch people's lives, and you see they play all types of music that I know these people don't own. You know how pretty expensive it is I won't say how expensive it is, but you're going to have to pay a lot of money, especially if you're using multiple songs, just to use one particular song. And obviously, we probably don't have to pay as much if somebody was using a particular song in the show, or like a heavy high production or whatever like that. But that's one reason why the UFC, I know you all know that the UFC actually switched from ESPN to Paramount. And if you notice, unless it's changed within the past month or so, people were complaining because they actually stream the videos on Paramount. Obviously, the live videos and all that stuff are actually streamed live on Paramount. But the if you go back and try to watch a replay of a live fight, the whole entire fight, it's not on there because they ran into restrictions. And Dana White actually said that the issue is the walkout music. So they don't have the rights. Paramount doesn't have the rights to the walkout music, so they can't stream the whole video. So they actually stream highlights and clips. And Dana White was actually talking about it, and he was saying, yes, he says, I know, because one of the reporters after the one of the fights was asking questions and stuff, and it was like, when are you all going to get the replays on Paramount? And he was like, yes, he's like, I know, we're working on it. We're trying to do a lot of stuff. He's like, I'm getting heat from my own household, in my own household. He said, I don't know if he has daughters or wives, but obviously he has a wife, but I don't know if he has sons or daughters. So I think he has daughters and sons, or I don't know. But anyway, he was saying his kids are giving him heat, and I think his wife is as well. And she was like, we want to watch the full entire replay. So that's one reason why I know these people. A lot of people on TikTok who are streaming all this music and all this stuff that are these popular songs from artists who are famous. They're really, I'm pretty sure they don't own the rights. And then TikTok's really not necessarily stopping their live, restricting their live. But one thing TikTok will do and will restrict is if you're driving and you go live. I was actually doing that, which technically I had my phone up. It just fell down. I actually had it mounted up on my console and it fell. And TikTok restricted my live. It's saying you're moving your phone. You don't have safety. You're not taking safety precaution. And it's like, what? So more than likely, I really just don't stream live anymore. while I'm driving. But long story short, let's get into this workout. Go ahead and start the warm up. So as I said, you're not going to be able to hear. You're just going to have to watch me. So if you hear me singing a song or something, actually I got music playing in my ear as well as the video in itself. So now I got to start my watch. Cat cow. Which I meant to take my glasses off. I just realized they were on. So I guess that's a good thing because I'm getting comfortable in them. Follow the gaze of your fingers. Watch your hand. Spinal workout, working your spine. So obviously this helps with throwing punches because you are moving from side to side. And you want to make sure, even though I'm not throwing punches today, but it's still always good to stretch. Even if you're not using that particular body part specifically on a specific day, it's always good to stretch. Child's pose, stretching our hips and our back and our shoulders. Cobra stretch. Downward facing dog. Cobra. Downward dog. Walk the dog. Walk the dog. Oh, my shoulder. I really don't like these. Perfect stretch. Perfect stretch, left side. Deep squat. Deep squat. Deep squat, frog squat. Deep squat. Frog squat. Inchworm again. We already did it. Inchworm. Push up. Push up. Quad pulls. My balance is off today. Balance is off. A lateral. Yeah, that's one thing. If you are a good dancer, you may be a good martial artist as well. Now, let me pour these glasses. Piriformis. The piriformis. Oh yeah, my piriformis is tight. Lateral lunge. Right middle. Right middle. Left middle. Come up, flex your glutes. Kind of reminds me of yoga. We like to party, daddy, daddy, like to party, daddy, daddy. Then, if you used to watch me, it used to be hard for me to get up. Now it's getting a little easier. Squat. Squat. And this. Squat. Hip open. Squat. Hip open. Squat. Hip open. Gate open. Torso twist. A punch. Yada, we like the job. Lead kick. Oh, that's technically not my lead. Jumping jack. Kick. 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 Jump. Jumping jack. Kick. As a bow to you. Lottie-dottie, we like the party. So now we're getting ready to get into the shoulder workout. And I'm getting ready to actually get some more. Lottie-dottie, we like the party. Lottie-dottie, we like the party. Day and night. So we're gonna do another little warm up in this, and don't forget we got the ab workout coming up, and then we got another stretch. Another shoulder workout. West Brooks, Yolanda, Sweet April. I'm assuming what I just said. I guess that's supposed to be Sweet or Sweat April. And night, day and night. Cynthia Gold, thanks for hopping on. Charlie Bride, Rodney Williams, thanks for hopping on. Reverse backwards. Does anybody watch actually YouTube live? I really don't watch too many YouTube lives, even though I'm live on YouTube. I think most of the views and stuff from the lives actually come on the replays, because it's pretty much just an easy way to get content out. It's just stream live, because technically I'm going to do this workout anyway, so I might as well just share what I'm doing, right? That's all creators are doing anyway, right? Content creators are just sharing what they're learning, sharing what they're doing, sharing their knowledge. So I said, why not let me get on here and share what I know and what I'm learning? If you can share what you know and help somebody else out, why would you not do that? And my shoulder's sore. I actually did workout yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I didn't do any. Actually, I didn't work out yesterday. So if any of you all are watching this from Lancaster, South Carolina, did your power go out last night? Our power went out, came back on at 2 in the morning. I think it was out almost 9-10 hours. So actually I said I'm going to try these with 15s first. Usually I use 10, so I went up 5 pounds in weight. We'll see how this goes. see how this does, see if I can keep up with the 15. So I'm going to try to, well, actually, I know when I was doing workouts, I used to lift heavy first, and then I would go down, right? Or no, actually, it's the reverse of that. I used to lift small, then go heavy. I did less reps. But since I'm repping out, I'm actually going to start with the, the heavyweight, which obviously is not heavy. So we're going to go to the side first with 15s. As I said, I usually use 10s. I want to look at myself in the mirror. Which technically, I guess I can look at myself on the screen. So if you're rocking back and forth, you got heavy weight, it's too heavy for you. If you can see, I try to keep my body straight. Actually, I'm going to start doing ones. Uh, uh, uh. So I couldn't keep up the pace going two at a time. One at a time is a lot easier. Usually I don't start this until the second round, but I want to keep these 15s. Now we're going to go to the front. Bust the bus. Now I can watch the front here. I can keep the pace up with two going to the front. Yeah, that's a good thing. That means I'm growing, right? That means I'm getting stronger. I really don't want to go too much higher than 15 pounds because it puts a lot of pressure on my joints. So this will probably be the weight where I stick it. So I'm actually to the side. I'll probably just do ones and twos. Yeah, I feel it with these 15s. I might just stay one at a time. So then that's another thing. Make sure you control your weight. So if you're dropping the weight, then if you're rocking, you could possibly get injured because that means your weight is too heavy. So let go of your pride and just work out with a comfortable weight that is not going to end up hurting you because what you're trying to get to help you could end up hurting you. Let's go with one frog. Thanks for hopping on. Angela E, aka Snow. Yeah, that's another thing. Make sure you breathe. I had to switch to ones. Hammer curls. Let the sound of the breeze. The sound of the breeze. Why would you restrict my life? Your life is not eligible for recommendation because your life does not comply with what? The 4U eligibility. What? Why? I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. TikTok saying they're restricting my life for whatever reason. I don't know why. which I don't know if somebody hit a button, but what was the purpose of them hitting the button? Because I wasn't saying anything, wasn't doing anything. And I have 3 restrictions for some reason. I'm about to click to see why. It says reason sexually suggestive content. What? I don't understand how lifting weights is sexually suggestive. What? It says live discontinued in some region. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. It says live contains something may have been uncomfortable, body exposure. How? What are you talking about? I think some people just automatically clicking on live, which I wish there was a way you could dispute what's going on. Like this makes no sense. I don't understand why they would. That's that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense because I don't know why you can't. So what are we doing now? These are 2 pound weights. Yeah, I kind of lost my focus, but that's crazy. That never happened. I always stream this workout. I don't know what they're talking about. Sexually suggested material. When obviously you can play this back and they're streaming this, so they got AI on the. They have AI running in the background who is actually summarizing what I'm talking about in the live. So I don't understand why they would restrict my live. That doesn't make any sense. Which I literally just said TikTok is more lenient than YouTube, and then there goes TikTok that actually restricts my live. Which I've obviously played music and stuff before too, so this is crazy. So yeah, for some reason, yeah, they actually did because I mean, there's nobody on my TikTok live. Or actually, it looks like they're pushing it to some people, but that's crazy. That I mean, obviously somebody probably hit a button because I don't understand why they would restrict the live. That doesn't make any sense. But obviously, it is what it is. I'm not gonna stop the live or try to fix it at this point. But that's crazy. So Rodney Williams, thanks for hopping on. So we're still working on our punches, and we are mimicking. Well, we're still working on our shoulders, and we're actually mimicking punches. Boys to men, boys to men, boys to men, boys to men. Mm-hmm. Went down Philly black again. Go to the East Coast, yeah. Boys to men, going on. Mm-hmm. So. Nah. Back in school, we used to dream about this every day. So yeah, usually I use 2. I mean, obviously you can do more weight on this, and So yeah, it looks like for some reason TikTok is not pushing this, which is pretty frustrating because I mean you can hear what I'm saying. Like I mean you're monitoring the lab of a live. So why would you? I mean it doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. So yeah, there's going to be an appeal process in this one, which obviously there's no point for me to appeal it now because it's the live will be over. I think by the time you submit an appeal process, and as I said, TikTok doesn't necessarily leave the lives on permanent, so they take them down. So this is pretty much the only opportunity you have to to go out. So if they do put a restriction on my account, I'm actually, I mean, I'm going to still find some way to appeal. I'm going to have to reach out to somebody because this is kind of frustrating. Not kind of, it is frustrating. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I'm done with all of these weights. 30 seconds. Why is this stuck? Two. So this is the last one in our yes, this burns. Yes, this burns. This is round 3 in our shoulder workout. Ten seconds. 2, 1. I can't remember which way I went the first time. Those 15s got my arms tied. 10 seconds. Oh. Clap, clap, clap your heels. Ah. So yeah, actually what I might do is just hit pause, then do an ab workout because this is crazy. Ah, ah, ah. Slow shadow box next. It hurts. 9. Oh, anything. You can do anything for 9 seconds. Let's go. Pick it up. Pick it up. 2, 1. Ah, ah. Gia, thanks for hopping on. So what I'm going to do after this, after I finish this one set, 1, 2, 1, 2, I'm actually going to end this live and restart it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm supposed to throw 3. I threw 4. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2. I'm watching my form in my YouTube. I guess I can watch it on TikTok too. My shoulders are sore. Uh, 2-pound weights. They say that's all Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard used. Yeah. So yeah, we still got 2 more workouts left, which is to be an ab workout and a stretch. Uh, 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 uh. Stretch out your shoulders. You want to stretch out your neck as well. Uh, uh. Yeah, everything is connected. So you want to make sure you stretch out each body part individually. But even though you're stretching out one body part, more than likely you're going to stretch out the other one as well. So you're stretching, you work your shoulders, you're obviously working your neck and your back. So you still want to try to work and stretch, or you still want to try to stretch your back, your neck, and obviously your shoulders, because that's where you work. So what I'm doing now, that's the body part you're actually working. So what I'm doing now is actually just stretching my neck, and I'm pushing on my chin and pushing my neck back. Now we're stretching our chest. Oh, which I feel it on my left side of my neck. My left. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. We got three. CFP. So what I'm getting ready to do now is I will check you all on the next one. I would say I've been live for like an hour now, but I'm going to end this TikTok live and I'm going to restart it because for some reason it was restricted. So I will check you all out in like 2 minutes. So yeah, we are not done yet. We will be back. We'll be back, YouTube, and I'm getting ready to actually let me change this up a little bit. So what's going on? We are actually back again live on TikTok. I had to restart the stream because for some reason, which I'm thinking I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and watch either the TikTok live or my YouTube live. But for some reason, it's saying that if my I don't even want to go into that because something else might happen on this live. But we are getting ready to get into a shoulder workout. Actually, I've already done 2 workouts on my previous live, and I actually came back live again. So we'll see what happens in this live. See if the same thing in this live actually happens. Um, See if the same thing in this live will happen again as to what happened in the other live. But you know what I'm trying to say. My words are coming up because I'm still kind of upset and frustrated with that. But let me go ahead and get into this. I'm already warm. We've already done a warm up. We've already worked our shoulders, and now we're getting ready to do an ab workout, and then we're also getting ready to stretch again. We're getting ready to do a dynamic stretch. So appreciate you all hopping on, and let's go ahead and get into it. I'll go ahead and continue with it, getting into it. So I actually need to flip this down. Sit ups, 2 and 1. Bring them out. 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 2, 1, 2. bicycles. Already feel it. Already feel it in my abs. Let's go. Let's grow. Right side plank. Side plank thruster. No side plank hold. Follow your hand. Oh. Stretch sides. Let's go. Let's grow. Bring them up. 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 10. Low plank. Bring them up, bring them up. Bring them up, bring them up. Bring them up, bring them up. Side plank. Onto your back. Ping. Holler at that thing. Floor bridges. For the kicks. Oh man, we got 4 minutes left. I didn't realize this was an 8-minute ab workout on the end of the thing. Oh, I think we're supposed to crisscross and flutter kicks. Oh man. Last round, we're repeating everything. By the end of the thing. I feel it in my abs. Let's go. 8 seconds. 2, 1. Not anything. Yeah, that's what I call it on a chain reaction. I think the ab workout was harder than Nice for shoulder workout. Let's go. Let's grow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Money ain't a thing. Let's go. Let's go. Penguins. Let's go. Let's go. Go bridge. Bridge marches. Lord Bridge march. Last exercise. You can do it. Put your back. Crisscross. Flutter kicks to crisscross. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Crisscross. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we are going to stretch static stretch. Cross arm stretch. Let's go. Thanks for hopping on. Raising. Willie Reed, 48. Oh. Do it. Do it. This is a different stretch. Usually I just pull on my arm, not necessarily I don't usually move my arm. Big Miker. Big Miker. Thanks for hopping on. Obviously, you can see my right side is more flexible than the left. Ah, appreciate you all having on. Derek Williams, Mika Addis, Nana. Right hamstring stretch. Take our left foot, step it back. Just did. And reach. And it's gone. Everybody get it. Everybody get it. Left leg hamstring stretch. Track. Everybody get it. Everybody get it. Everybody get it. Everybody get it. Toe touch. Oh, my back is tight. Usually I can touch my toes. Why is my back so tight? Everybody get a frog squat. Everybody get a. Everybody get a. Ah. And we be up in the track. Tabletop. Just so you know, I'm not accepting anybody on live right now. No challenges. Bring your hips away on your spinner chips. Cobra. Cobra stretch. Breathe. There I go, there I go, there I go.
Okay, then. Scorpion, which I have to be careful because I have this mic on. Should be great. I'm not sure if you're a bit. Don't know how you do. That you do. Make me want to shoot. No bad, no bad. Let me shit. Don't even get a shot. What's up with that thing? I want to know. Straight up, hold up. Like Princess Julie says, mother. Ah, take your right heel. Ah, I wanna shoot, baby. Ah, I wanna shoot, baby. Ah, 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 ah. Good stretch. Ah, honestly, I'm more flexible than what I used to be. Used to not be able to do this, but the more you stretch, the better your flexibility becomes. Ah, 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 ah. Ribbit. Ah, I feel it in my back. Downward dog. I hit this. For us. Uh, 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 I wanna shoot, baby. Uh, uh, that's it. What's going on? So this concludes the workout of the day. I appreciate you all hopping on TikTok. Obviously, we had some issues on TikTok earlier, but I just ended the live, restarted it, all that stuff. Hopefully, everything was good. Hopefully, you all have a great Saturday. Which obviously you can't see me on YouTube because I'm too close to the camera. So I am Mike Cee, and if you want to do more workouts like this, and then if you want to just enjoy yourself life over 40, which you never really think or thought that you would be, that I would be breathing so hard after stretching. So you see, stretching also works your cardio, which I'm sure some people in Pilates and yoga would confirm that as well. But I appreciate you all hopping on. Take care. I will see you all on the next one. Have a good one and have a good weekend. Appreciate it. I might see you the next time. What's going on YouTube? Yeah, TikTok was being strange and funny and all kind of crazy stuff like that. But as I say, I share real lives, real experiences on this channel. So if you are interested in that over 40 life, living your life after 40. If you are interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow. Go ahead and give me a subscribe on this channel. I will talk to you all later. Take care. And as always, if you missed the first part of this, this is going to be up on YouTube, unless, of course, YouTube, for some reason, which I'm pretty sure they're not, but finds this video for some reason to restrict it. But it is what it is. Let's take care. Have a good one. See you on the next one.